Hello friends, welcome to Data Pandit. So let's talk about AWS data pipeline. So this is a very specific data pipeline wherein we don't have to manage the servers. It's going to be a serverless first property, serverless, and no code. We don't have to do any code. And through the pipeline, the data from the S3 bucket is going to be loaded into the DynamoDB. So we have S3 bucket as a source and DynamoDB as a target. And through the AWS data pipeline, we are going to push the data from S3 to the DynamoDB. We are not going to use any Lambda function or any coding as such. So only the data pipeline is enough to do the job. Now, let's look at the data pipeline picture basically. So many a times we have to load the data from the source system, and we can connect the source system to the Amazon S3, and we can leverage the AWS data pipeline to automate this operation from S3 to the DynamoDB. So Amazon DynamoDB, if you don't know, it's a NoSQL database. Okay, and the latency, the data retrieval latency for this document DB is a very minimal. It's kind of single digit millisecond, single digit millisecond latency, and it's automatically managed, and it's a highly scalable depending upon the load. So the applications which are using the mobile devices or use in the commercial websites probably, and also the IoT devices like sensor data. We can produce lots of IO sensor data from IoT devices. So those kind of data Amazon DynamoDB can handle very easily with a very low latency rate, as I said. So now let's create this pipeline and let's provision the resources. So if we talk about resources, we are going to need the S3 bucket, we are going to need the DynamoDB table and the pipeline. So if you look at the steps, we are going to create the S3 buckets. There are two buckets we are going to create. One is going to be for the source data, and another is to log the data. So AWS pipeline is going to produce lots of log. Okay, so that logs we are going to redirect to the log bucket of the S3. Okay, and then there is a DynamoDB table, which is our target. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the Amazon Management Console. So I have logged in using the S3, Amazon AWS Management Console. We can do all such activities using the AWS CLI or any other API, using the AWS SDKs. Okay, but we are going to do using the S3 Management Console as of now. So I have created already two buckets, log bucket which is empty as of now, and the source bucket which is also empty as of now. So this is done. Okay, so you can go ahead and create the bucket, right? You can click on create bucket. So there is no specific functionality. I'm going to create the bucket in US West 2 region. Okay, Oregon. Now this is done, and now again we have to create the Amazon DynamoDB. Let's create the DB, and so how you can go to the DynamoDB is you can type the DynamoDB. You can click on here and new tab. Okay. So this is our DynamoDB. So I don't have anything over here. My dashboard is empty. Okay, let's go ahead and create the table. So let me give the table name as a DP, data pipeline, and department and detail probably. So let's say we are going to place the department detail. So DID, department ID, I'm going to take the partitioning key. Okay. So everything else I'm going to accept as a default settings. Okay, so I have taken the table name and the partitioning key. Okay, now click on the create table, and the table is going to be created in the DynamoDB space. Okay, click on it. So active, this table is active. If you go to the details, there is no, if you click on the view item, there is no item as of now. Okay. So if you click on the tables, there is nothing over here as of now. So we have partition key, DID is string, okay, sort key and nothing else. Now, what is our job is to, we will have some source data and we are going to place into the DynamoDB. Let's create the source data. Let's say department detail data, which will have some 4 to 5 records, and we are going to load those data into the DynamoDB. So we will. So what format the S3 file which we are going to place over here into the S3 bucket? What should be the format of that file? So let's create the format as it is understood by the Amazon DynamoDB. So let's do one thing. We go to the view item, and there is an option called create item. So we are going to create item. Okay. So go to the form in JSON format. Basically, currently go to the form. What we are going to do is we are creating the sample data over here, and the format of that data we are going to capture from here, and then going to prepare the file according to that. Okay, so let's create the format. So did, let's say I'm giving value is 1, then name I can give string. Okay, name, and name, let's say I have given the HR department. Okay, and then again where it is located, so maybe Jaipur. So this is how I have created. Okay, I'm not going to create it. I'm going to click on the JSON format. Okay, and view DynamoDB JSON. So the data item would be looking like this. I can copy this item and I can prepare many more items. Okay, while appending this file, I can create one file. So I have already one file which basically looks like if you look at the maybe last place see in the data. So I have prepared already the files. Let's see. So I have DID, name, and city. So these are the 3 columns. So as DID, name, and city, you can compare it. You can copy it and then you can prepare the many more reports. So I have given another HR department, finance, inventory, and education department, and the locations and the department ID. So you need to make sure that this data type, right? So this element is department ID, and then there is a type of, this is string, therefore it's a S and the value of it. Okay. So you need to make sure that this S is small case. Okay, and the data type should be in small case. Okay, while we are loading into the S3 bucket. So the data type is .json. Okay. Now what we have to do is I'm going to cancel it. So because I have got the format and everything. Okay, I have prepared the file. And what is pending now is, let's go ahead and see. S3 bucket is ready, DynamoDB is ready, and the file is ready. We have to prepare the data pipeline. So in this data pipeline, every AWS data pipeline, in background there is an EMR cluster is going to run. So EMR, if you don't understand, EMR is a set of Hadoop system and the Spark engine. Okay, so it's a Hadoop distributed system which will have already. So these are the basically EC2 instance machines, actually EC2 Elastic Compute Cloud machine, which are actually Linux machine in background, and they are pre-configured with the SDFS system, Hadoop system, and the Spark engine. So in background, the Spark engine is going to run this process in distributed environment and in the cached environment. Okay. Now let's go ahead and create the data pipeline and go to the data pipeline. I am in the data pipeline dashboard. So get started now. So if you want to see the properties of data pipeline and how the details of it, you can go ahead and see. You can read the theoretical part of it. Okay. So now create the pipeline. So my pipeline is I'm going to give the name of the pipeline S3 Dynamo, S3 data pipeline DynamoDB. So let's give it. This is the name. The second is source, which is going to be very, very important. So there are three options over here. You can build using a template, which is already there are many more templates actually. See, we can we can run any particular AWS CLI command as part of this source template, or we can export DynamoDB table to S3. Using this pipeline, we can create one pipeline which is exporting the data from DynamoDB table to the S3, or we can import the DynamoDB table backup from the S3, or run any EMR job. We can create a job which can be running as part of data pipeline, or there are many RDS instances, SQL instances, and all. Okay, Redshift, we can populate the Redshift, or we can and any shell command we can shell command we also can use. So these are the different templates which are already there, already provided by it. So otherwise we can we can import the definition, we can create our own definition. Okay, and the environment which is provided by EMR, the EC2 instance, they can run that template definition, okay, as part of this pipeline operation, or we can use the build using the architect. So these options I'm going to talk about in a while. So let's do our configuration, which is I'm going to take it from import DynamoDB backup data from S3. So it's a kind of DynamoDB table format. We already configured it, and it is like a activities like we are importing the DynamoDB table from the S3, okay, because our definition of the table is in the data format of DynamoDB, right? Now there is a parameter configuration, so I'm going to create the S3, okay, source bucket I'm going to take, and build using a template data pipeline DB, okay, sorry, yeah, source pipeline, and then I need to give the name of the tables. Okay, so this is my table name. Let me copy this table name. Okay, I have copied this table, and okay, so we have to give the table name, and the throughput ratio I can provide more or less depending on, and US list 1 is coming, so I am going to give the US list 2. So you need to make sure that your the data pipeline facility is available in AWS services. Okay, so if you look at the region part, so we will have a pipeline, AWS pipeline service available in Virginia, North Virginia, Oregon, and Sydney and Tokyo. Okay, so we don't in Ireland. So there are 5 regions basically which are going to provide the AWS pipeline facility. We don't have here in India. Okay, I look now. So they are going to do everything. So now, okay, so let's just schedule it. How we are going to schedule this pipeline? So we can give the when in every one day what is the starting time, ending time, and so on. But we are going to run the activate the pipeline as and when our pipeline is ready, because it's a learning lab. So the pipeline configuration is I'm going to enable the logging, and I'm going to give this bucket to log the details. Okay. Other details, security and access. The IAM role. Let you control permission for AWS data pipeline and EC2 applications, right? So I'm going to take it as a default, and the tags also I'm going to take it as a default. You can create the tags whenever you are creating the production pipeline, basically, or and in practical pipeline in your projects and all. And now I'm going to go to the edit in architect. I was talking about this option, right? Build using architect. So you can create the template using the architect. So I'm going to create, and I'm going to configure some S3 data node basically. So S3 data node, I'm not going to provide the data format. I need to make sure that the data format is, I need to provide it over here. So if you click on the data format, then there will be one more text box is open, which is saying that add an optional field. So which I have clicked on the data format. So in the data format box, there will be a create new data format options. As soon as you click on, then there will be a new box is appearing over here in the left hand side, which is calling as a data format. Data format. Okay, you click on it and you can give the data format over here. So if you select over here, you can see the DynamoDB data format. Okay, so I'm clicking on it, DynamoDB data format, and so that's all. So this, so you can give the any other format also. If you have CSV, you have DynamoDB export data format or regex or tab separated value. Okay, so all the things you can do. Now I'm going to save it. So as soon as you click on save, it will be asking for the activation, whether you want to activate as of now or not. So we are going to activate it, but let's make sure that our file is available into the S3 bucket. So I'm going to go to the Amazon S3 and I'm going to go to the bucket, source bucket, and I'm going to upload the file. I'm going to load the file from the, so my source data JSON is there. Okay. So you can look at the data. Okay. Want to look at the data. Actions you can do that. Various three objects. Run SQL query. You can. This my data have SR financial. Okay. This is looks like in S3 bucket. Okay. Now, now I'm going to activate the pipeline. So I'm going to activate the pipeline, and so as soon as I activate the pipeline, this status is waiting for runner, because as soon as I activate the pipeline, so EMR is going to provision the, in background is provisioning the EC2 instances. So there will be a, if you go to the EC2 console, click on it. See, there will be, instances running, right? So earlier there were no instance, so it has come M3.xlr type of instances coming. So there will be one more instance is going to be provisioned as part of this operation. Okay, so let's see. I mean, it's going to take some time. Okay, so until then, I mean, the status is going to be, waiting for runner. If you click on this arrow, you can see the details. So if you look at this operations, this is finished first operation, and then it is waiting for EMR cluster for node is, table load activity is waiting for EMR cluster to be provisioned. Okay, and we don't have any logs detail as of now. So this is all what we need actually, basically. Okay, so let's see what else we can explore as part of, so these, see the attempts. If you look at here, so if you see the attempts, there will be a attempt number, there will be 3 attempts. Okay, they are going to do the 3 attempts, and if you look at the detail over here, so this is, version 1, this is happening. Okay, so let's see the EC2 instance, if they come or not. See, there are 2 instances, they are already come. So if you look at the all properties, so there will be one master, Elastic MapReduce EMR cluster as part of EMR cluster, slave and master architecture, right? So we know that in Hadoop there will be a slave master slave architecture, right? So there is one master which is, controlling the slave behaving as a data node. Okay, so this is still the static is happening, so still the cluster is not up and running, and our pipeline is waiting for it. As soon as it is done, so this will be running it. Okay, meanwhile what we can do is, let's explore the DynamoDB. So we, earlier there were no, querying mechanism particle editor. So there is a particle editor. Okay. What you can do is, in particle editor is, there is an details of so resources in the left hand side, and there are query. You can query the so there is a party query language. So like we have SQL in other databases. So similarly for DynamoDB, which is a NoSQL document DB, so we will have a particle. So there are little syntax differences. I have already have an session on particle and DynamoDB. So maybe you can view that. And I have run lot many queries, okay, on particular DynamoDB, databases and tables. If I run this, as of now, we will not have anything. It's I think fail as well. So let's see if the instances are provisioned or not. Yeah, so both the instances are provisioned. We can check the status check. Two-way to check is passed. Now go to the pipeline and see whether we have. This still is waiting for it. Maybe some suggestion. Okay. So if you more explore the DynamoDB, you can go to the export to S3. You can export the entire database to S3, and from there you can take along anywhere else also. It's a new functionality upgraded into the AWS S3. Okay, and if you look at the instances, yeah, these are running and fine. And pipeline, let's see, let's refresh it. Still, it is in waiting state. Probably, if you go to the list of the pipeline, see the status. This is healthy. The pipeline is healthy, and if you see the actions, we can do many more things. We can edit, clone, delete, export, activate, deactivate, etc. And this is the name of the pipeline. If you click on this, you have activities, right? So we have table activities. So still it is waiting for the resources. EMR cluster for load, okay, and we don't have any log produced as of now. So yeah, this is going to be taking time, and as soon as it finishes, we can mark it as a finish. We can click on it. We can rerun it. Okay, we can cancel it anytime. Okay. So these are the few options we can explore. You can explore while waiting for it. Okay, and data pipeline, create list pipeline, testing the pipeline. This is the pipeline is healthy and all. Okay, now so let's look at the this data pipeline. So this is the batch pipeline basically because we are configuring it as a running on some day or a daily basis or probably twice daily basis. Okay, so whenever we are configuring the schedule, we can do when it should be running. Otherwise, for streaming process, this same pipeline could be used, but in a different manner. What we can do is as soon as the data landed onto the Amazon S3, we can configure a Lambda function which is going to trigger the pipeline. So the triggering the pipeline, instead of doing manual, we can create a Lambda function which is running as soon as the S3 bucket is coming. S3 bucket is getting populated, particular S3 bucket with the particular type of data, So that using the Lambda function, we can trigger the pipeline, and then the pipeline could be initiated and the data could be populated from the S3 bucket to the DynamoDB. So that can be done. Instead of making it a fixed, we can read as soon as the data is available, right, in the S3 bucket. So let's see the pipeline now. What is there? See, it is in running state, guys. Let's see. There are three. If you look at the logs, logs still are not available. I think it's just started. We don't have log available. If you look at the if you look at the attempts, right? So this is first attempt where it is should looks like it's finished. So edit set logs. If you see the logs over here, yeah, this is the hierarchy of the logs. So what I can do is I go to the dependencies and I can click over here and logs are not available actually. Looks attempt finish CMR step log. Let me refresh it. Yeah, so the logs are there and looks like it's finished properly. So let me see. Let me see the. Um, Let me see the DynamoDB. So where is our DynamoDB? Console. DynamoDB. Go to the tables and see the tables and view items. If you look at this, there is enough. There's a, all the items are there. Okay, and if you go to the particle and you can query this table. Okay, so if you remove this and what you can do is you can do click on these three dots and then you can query the table. So I'm not going to place any where clause over here. I'm just going to run this and I'm going to see. You can see this you know, data is there. If you want to see that in JSON view, you can have the JSON view as well. Okay, and table view. So this is all about this operation actually. So we are going to see the streaming mechanism in some point in time. Okay, thank you so much.